Welcome back. Today we're diving into a visually stunning sci-fi adventure that'll take you across galaxies. This is Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets from 2017. Spoilers ahead, so buckle up. Before we continue, please let us know the country you are watching from. Picture this. It's the 28th century. What started as Earth's humble space station has evolved into something extraordinary. Alien species from across the universe keep showing up, each bringing their own modules and docking them to the growing structure. Year after year, piece by piece, this cosmic melting pot expands until it becomes Alpha, a massive floating metropolis, home to millions of creatures from thousands of different worlds. Eventually, Alpha gets so enormous that Earth can't hold it anymore. So what do? They launch the entire city into deep space, where it continues attracting even more inhabitants. To keep peace among all these different species, the United Human Federation creates a specialized police force, Paradise Lost. But let's rewind 400 years after Alpha's launch. On a peaceful planet called Mul, an advanced civilization lives in harmony with nature. They've mastered an incredible technique, fishing for energy-rich pearls and using adorable creatures called converters to multiply them infinitely. Life is perfect, until the sky starts falling. Wreckage rains down from above. Smaller ships crash first. Then an absolutely massive spacecraft slams into the planet, triggering a catastrophic explosion. The tribe's leaders frantically shepherd survivors into one of the crashed vessels. But in their panic, they accidentally jam the door's lock mechanism. Princess Leia Hom is trapped outside. As the planet dies around her, she does something extraordinary. She releases her soul in a massive energy wave, hoping someone, somewhere, will receive their message and learn what happened to her people. Meet our heroes. Fast forward to the present. Major Valerian jolts awake from a vivid dream about that very princess and her dying world. He's been napping on a holographic beach in his ship, with his AI assistant Alex monitoring his brainwaves. Alex confirms something unusual. He's receiving external energy signals that could be coming from anywhere in space and time. Valerian's partner is Sergeant Laureline, a sharp and capable officer who constantly has to deal with Valerian's attempts at romance. He keeps proposing, she keeps declining. Why? Because Valerian's got a reputation as a player with serious commitment issues. The market heist. Their current mission: travel to planet Kyrian and retrieve the last converter in existence for a classified government operation. The plan seems simple enough. They'll meet Major Gibson's team, then Valerian will infiltrate a virtual marketplace using special dimension-hopping technology. Here's where it gets wild. The market exists in multiple layered dimensions. Valerian suits up with a special helmet and enters the first layer, then switches to different glasses to access an even deeper level. With an invisibility scanner making him undetectable, he sneaks into a shady dealer's shop. Inside, a sketchy merchant named Agon is trying to sell the converter to two aliens who look exactly like the species from Valerian's dream. They're offering those mysterious energy pearls in exchange. But Agon gets greedy, demanding more. Everyone draws weapons, including Valerian, who accidentally reveals himself. Meanwhile, Laureline and the team are executing their part of the plan. They take control of a guard using a special weapon, cut through the market's perimeter wall, and position a dimensional transfer box next to Valerian. The converter goes in the box. Laureline pulls it back to her dimension. Mission accomplished. Except Valerian can't resist. He grabs one of those pearls too. The chase begins. That floating pearl-stealing hand gets spotted by a guard's alien dog, and all hell breaks loose. Gunfire erupts. The transfer pad breaks, trapping Valerian in the wrong dimension. A guard starts firing magnetic metal spheres that latch onto Valerian's equipment, weighing him down so much he crashes through a manhole into an arcade below. Quick thinking saves him. He gives a sphere to a kid with a toy gun, who shoots it at a nearby alien. The magnetic properties pull all the other spheres away from Valerian. But now he's got an angry alien parent chasing him. He runs straight into Laureline, who fixes his transfer device, just as guards and their vicious dog close in. As if that wasn't enough, Agon unleashes something much worse, an absolutely massive creature. The team barely escapes in their van with a monster jumping on top of them, claws raking the roof. Their weapons do nothing. Valerian calls Alex to bring their ship, and he and Laureline leap through the window mid-chase. The creature tries to follow, but slips off when the ship accelerates into space. Alpha Station. While Laureline tends to the converter, Valerian examines that stolen pearl. Alex's analysis is shocking. It contains unimaginable amounts of energy. Even more concerning? When he searches for information about the planet from his vision, access is completely restricted. They arrive at Alpha Station with VIP clearance, thanks to the converter. General Octobar briefs them on a serious problem. There's a rapidly expanding radioactive contamination zone in the station's core. Every drone and soldier sent in has vanished. If it continues growing, it could destroy the entire station. Commander Aaron Philp arrives with his personal army of Katron droids. He's supposed to bring them to a Security Council meeting, but a call from the defense minister changes his plans. He takes Valerian and Laureline as bodyguards instead. Laureline brings the converter to the meeting as potential leverage, while Valerian escorts Philp inside. She's guarding the door when 3 small aliens called the Dogan Dajis approach her. She asks them about Planet Mule, and they reveal it's a highly sensitive topic. The expert on it, Major Samp, died mysteriously 3 years ago. Then they drop a warning. Mercenaries are about to steal the converter. Alarms blare. Attackers are phasing through the walls, completely invisible to sensors and AI systems. The command room loses power and locks down. Laureline rushes inside to help Valerian evacuate Philp, but the wall explodes. Alien warriors pour through, firing weapons that cocoon people in hardened goo. Valerian manages to swallow a capsule before he's encased. Once the attackers leave with a cocooned Philp, a spider-like droid emerges from Valerian's capsule and cuts him free. He rescues Laureline and gives her his knife to free the others while he pursues the kidnappers. Into the dead zone. Laureline tracks Philp through the station's systems, guiding Valerian through the maze. He crashes through walls with his suit, running through dozens of bizarre environmental zones until Alex picks him up in their ship. They chase the alien vessel, but it splits into hundreds of smaller craft. Valerian switches to a faster skyjet and uses its magnetic hook to latch onto what he hopes is the right ship. Bad decision. He loses control and gets dragged straight into the forbidden dead zone. All contact with Laureline is lost. General Octobar orders Laureline detained when she tries to mount a rescue. But before guards take her away, she plants seeds of doubt. Why are aliens from a supposedly destroyed planet here? Why did they spare everyone's lives if they're so dangerous? Someone's been lying. And Octobar checks the database. Even he can't access information on Planet Mule. That's when he knows something's very wrong. The rescue mission. Laureline isn't the type to sit in a cell. She tricks her guards into coming close, then beats them unconscious. The Dogandagas help her locate Valerian using an unusual method, fishing for a cortex jellyfish. They take a submarine deep underwater, hunting massive creatures called bromosaurs that carry jellyfish on their backs. Retrieving one nearly gets them killed when 3 angry bromosaurs chase them through narrow underwater passages. Back on land, they explain the process. Place the jellyfish on her head, and it will show her what she seeks. But she can't keep it on longer than 1 minute, or it'll start devouring her memories. Laureline pushes to 1 minute 10 seconds before she sees it. Level 630 East. Deactivated. Paradise Alley. She finds Valerian unconscious on the rocky ground, and wakes him with special medicine. While he repairs his vessel, she admires the butterflies floating around, not realizing some are bait. When she touches one, a fishing line yanks her up and away. She's been captured by the primitive Bulan-Bathor tribe. Valerian deliberately touches a butterfly to follow her, then shoots his captor and hides. Alex tells him the only way to infiltrate without causing a diplomatic incident is finding a glamopod, a shape-shifting alien. This leads him to Paradise Alley, where he enters a club and watches a performer named Bubble dance while constantly transforming. After the show, Valerian knocks out Jolly the Pimp and makes Bubble an offer. Help him rescue Laureline, and he'll get her legal immigration papers and freedom from the club. She agrees, hiding him inside her gelatinous body while transforming into Jolly to sneak past security. The Emperor's Feast. The Bulan-Bathors have dressed Laureline in an elaborate white gown with a strange hat that has a hole in the top. She's placed in a line of servants, bringing food to their emperor. Bubble transforms into one of the aliens, and she and Valerian join the procession. The emperor rejects every dish until it's Laureline's turn. Her dish is just a lemon, which he squeezes on her head before pulling out a tool to crack open her skull. Valerian explodes into action, stealing weapons and fighting through guards. Laureline grabs a sword from a fallen warrior. Together with Bubble, they battle wave after wave of aliens, until Valerian grabs Laureline's hand, and they deliberately fall through a manhole, with Bubble, into a new area. But Bubble's been mortally wounded. Her final words are asking Valerian to take care of Laureline, before her body dissolves into dust. The truth revealed. As Valerian and Laureline wander through the garbage area, he makes a confession. The princess's soul has been inside him all along, guiding his path. They find themselves at the entrance to the dead zone. Nothing happens when they enter. The contamination danger was always a lie. Behind a glowing barrier, they discover the truth. The Mule people survived. After the explosion destroyed their planet, they drifted in space for years in that escape vessel, salvaging debris and learning from its databases. Eventually, scrap dealers picked them up and sold their ship to Alpha Station. They've been hiding here ever since, building a new starship and gathering knowledge. All they need to complete their vessel and find a new home are 2 things: a converter and an energy pearl. That's why they hired Agent and kidnapped Philp. The leaders trust Valerian and Laureline to do the right thing, so they wake Philp. He immediately orders them to arrest the Mule people, claiming the planet was uninhabited when he was fighting in that sector. But Valerian's already pieced it together. Philp was the commanding officer that day. He fired those missiles knowing full well people lived on Mule. Afterward, he deleted all evidence, killed Major Samp to silence him, and fabricated the contamination zone when survivors appeared in Alpha. Philp finally admits the truth. He claims he did it to protect humanity's credibility and influence in Alpha. Then he orders Valerian to arrest the Mule leaders. Valerian punches him instead. Justice and departure. He gives the aliens the pearl he stole. Laureline wants to give them the converter too, but Valerian protests. It's government property. She tells him this is exactly why she won't marry him. He doesn't understand what love truly means. That changes his mind instantly. He hands over the converter. As thanks, Laureline kisses him. On the lips this time. General Octobar's forces and Philp's Catrons arrive at the barrier, confirming no contamination exists. But before Octobar can stop them, Philp orders his droids to annihilate everyone. The Catrons open fire on both the soldiers at the barrier and those in the command room. As Laureline beats Philp senseless and Valerian shoots droids, Octobar's assistant Nezra frantically works to disable the bombs that have been planted. He stops them with 1 second to spare. The Mool people successfully launch their completed starship, a beautiful vessel with holographic projections recreating their lost paradise. The princess's soul is finally released from Valerian, her people safe at last. When soldiers find Philp hanging in the hole left by the departing ship, General Octobar orders his arrest for war crimes. Happily ever after? Valerian and Laureline escape in the same service vessel the Mool originally arrived in. While floating in space, waiting for rescue, Valerian asks one more time, "Will you marry me?" Laureline answers, "Maybe." Then she kisses him again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this recap, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more movie breakdowns like this one.